This world does not reward comfort. It rewards discipline, control, and strength. Follow these rules if you want to become unbreakable. They are inspired by the mindset of Augustus Caesar. Dive into the world of Augustus Caesar, the absolute power of the Roman Empire. Augustus, the man who turned chaos into an empire. Everyone knows the Roman Empire. Everyone knows it ruled the world. But very few people know that it was built by a sick, underestimated teenager who outlived warriors, generals, and assassins, and became the most powerful man Rome had ever seen. This is not the story of Julius Caesar. This is the story of Augustus. Rome before Augustus. A world in chaos before Augustus. Rome was not an empire. It was a broken republic. Politicians betrayed each other. Generals fought for personal power. Assassinations were normal. Civil wars never stopped. Rome didn't need another hero. It needed order, and Augustus understood that before anyone else. The weak boy no one feared Augustus was not born powerful. His real name was Gaius Octavius. He was young, physically weak, often sick, from a minor family. Rome respected strength, and Octavius had none. Even Julius Caesar didn't see him as a warrior. He saw him as a mind. That's why Caesar secretly adopted him as his son. And that single decision changed history forever. Julius Caesar is killed. Everything changes when Julius Caesar was assassinated. Rome exploded. Power vacuums are dangerous. And Rome was full of wolves. Generals like Mark Antony thought the empire was theirs. Octavius was only 18 years old. People laughed at him. They thought he would run. They thought he would die. Instead, he played the longest game Rome had ever seen. Power is not taken by force. It's taken by patience. Octavius didn't fight like a warrior. He fought like a strategist. He used Caesar's name to win the people, used alliances to survive enemies, used silence while others made mistakes. He let stronger men destroy each other, and when the dust settled, Octavius was still standing. That's the first rule Augustus followed. Let your enemies defeat themselves. Mark Antony's biggest mistake. Mark Antony had power, armies, respect. But he had something worse. Emotion. His relationship with Cleopatra made Rome distrust him. Octavius didn't attack immediately. He waited. He controlled the story. He controlled public opinion. By the time the war began, Rome already hated Antony. When Octavius finally won, it wasn't just a military victory. It was a psychological execution. The smartest move in history. After winning, Octavius did something no Roman expected. He gave up power. Or at least, he made it look that way. He said, "I return the Republic to the people." The Senate panicked. They begged him to stay. That day, they gave him a new name, Augustus, meaning the revered one. He didn't call himself king. He didn't call himself emperor. He called himself princeps, first citizen. But make no mistake, he controlled the army, the money, the law. This was power without a crown. The Pax Romana order over ego. Augustus understood. One truth most leaders miss. People don't want freedom during chaos. They want stability. Under Augustus, wars stopped, roads were built, cities expanded, trade flourished. This period became known as Pax Romana. 200 years of relative peace. Rome stopped burning itself from the inside, all because one man chose control over glory. Augustus was not a hero. He was a realist. Let's be clear. Augustus was not kind. He was not merciful. He eliminated threats. He rewrote laws. He controlled information. But he understood something timeless. Power survives when it looks invisible. That's why his empire lasted longer than any man's life. The final lesson Augustus left behind: Augustus ruled for over 40 years. When he died, Rome didn't collapse. That was his greatest achievement. His final words were simple. I found Rome a city of bricks and left it a city of marble. But the real lesson is deeper. You don't need to be loud to be powerful. You don't need strength to win. You need patience, timing, and discipline. Augustus didn't conquer the world with a sword. He conquered it with control. History remembers warriors, but empires are built by thinkers. Augustus proved one thing. The most dangerous man is not the strongest. It's the one who waits.